Zoom call for us so we can
Great.
remember what we said here today.
Awesome.
Yeah. So tell me what you're doing with David.
Okay, so what I'm doing with David is we've launched my outdoor adventure business
Okay.
known as StephenRiecker.com.
Okay. Can you, where it says business banking solutions, can you just click on that tab and go to the website so I can see the website as well? Maybe put the, there's a chat box here also on Zoom. Just put the link in there for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Where's the link for the business?
Just go to the tab beside the tab of your LinkedIn profile. It says business banking solutions. Mouse higher, mouse higher, mouse higher, mouse higher, mouse higher. Put your mouse higher, right there, and then one over left, or there. That's fine. Also, just go there on that tab. Either one doesn't matter. Just go to the website.
Yep.
And then pop the URL into the chat.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
And I'll go there on my side also.
Yeah. All right. Where's our chat?
The bottom of your Zoom bar. So click on the little Zoom icon, the bottom of your screen there on your taskbar.
Yeah, I'm seeing mute, stop video. Oh, new share. Boom. Sorry. No.
Yeah. So chat.
Oh, chat.
I'll pop it in. Maybe it'll show up on your side if I pop mine in there.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, got it. This.
Just pop it in there.
Yeah. Perfect. That.
And press enter.
Okay.
Great.
All right.
Okay, so let me just go there on my side.
Mm-hmm.
Copy. Okay, so let me just go there on my side here and here. No. Okay, I'm there also.
Perfect. Okay. So really there's 4 key aspects to the business that David has helped me launch. And that is, consulting with folks that would like to have more adventure in their lives, mainly around the area of hiking at this point, because that's really where I have my creds, having through hiked the Appalachian Trail for 5 months and 4 days from Georgia all the way to the end in Maine back in 2017. So it's really a matter of, under the services tab, if you look at the services, it really just helps people get empowered around the right gear needed to be out hiking, whether it's day hiking overnight or longer distances rather. The second aspect, so that's gear it up, if you will. The second aspect is suit it up, helping people get in the right clothing, the right base layers, the right outer layers, really being prepared for the weather, the right socks, the right mid layers, so on and so forth, the right footwear, and really having a conversation around that. The third part being the fuel it up aspect, which is nutrition that worked for me on my hike. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not positioned as such. However, I have a lot of experience with what worked for me, what worked for other hikers, and what did not. Okay. And so really helping people get properly set up around nutrition for hiking. Okay. Again, and that ties in with an Isogenics health and wellness business that I have as well, because that superfood nutrition was a big part of what I used on the Appalachian Trail every day, about half of what I put in my body every day.
Right.
But again, it's a side conversation about Isogenics. It's not an in-their-face conversation about Isogenics.
Got it.
I assume you're familiar with Isogenics?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So that's easy. And then the last is turn it up, which is just getting people's asses out there. And whether, again, that's for a day hike, whether that's for their first overnight, whether it's perhaps for a long weekend, or longer. Really, and the idea here is that this can speak to people in a variety of different categories. People that have never hiked before, people maybe that have done that day hike, but they haven't gotten over the hurdle of, oh my God, what do I need to do to get out there and actually sleep in a tent or sleep in a shelter or lean to or whatever? What am I going to need for food? How am I going to cook it? All of that stuff. What am I going to use for a sleeping bag or a tent? And all the rest of that conversation perhaps gets in the way of them taking it to that next level. So really it's just creating empowerment and helping shortcut the process of these folks figuring out what to do, how to do it, what they need, and just having confidence around being out there with me or without me. And I can help them in terms of designing hikes or take them on out there and lead them. I've done quite a bit of guiding in the past year and a half, on the Appalachian Trail, not far from me here in New Jersey, where the trail crosses over from Pennsylvania into New Jersey. And worked with hundreds of people last year in particular, guiding with a nonprofit organization called Road Scholars. And we had a lot of average age 72-year-olds out there who hiking on the Appalachian Trail was a bucket list thing for them. And I empowered them around that and really made a difference in their lives. And the fact that I lived that experience for 5 months was obviously something that was very interesting to many of them. And so really just kind of shared stories, shared experience, helped get them properly trained around how to use trekking poles and why. So I have a little ebook on trekking poles that I can share with people.
Sure.
Lack of knowledge is a big deal, and then there's the other side, particularly talking to many of these folks where, you can go to YouTube, you can go to Google and start searching on trekking poles or, hiking boots or trail runners or, whatever particular piece of equipment or gear or clothing or nutrition. But there's so much information out there that for an awful lot of people, it's information overload. It's overwhelm.
Yeah.
And
what's the most important stuff? What do you trust?
Correct. Exactly. I've got brands that are tried and true, proven. Again, it's not a one size fits all scenario. It's really understanding, through that initial consultation call, what people are doing now, what they'd like to be doing, and, and helping bridge that gap. I can take them to REI and take them shopping. And, there's a lot of different things that are possible to help get these folks, from point A to B, literally, and mainly in their mind before then getting them outside from point A to point B. And, really just helping them to make it happen. So, rather than throw up their hands and do nothing, which plenty of people do, or rolling the dice and making a choice that isn't right for themselves, I can help guide them towards those right solutions, those right choices. And, the bottom line is, for the do-it-yourselfer that has the time and doesn't care whether they make mistakes along the way, great. God bless them. They're not my sweet spot. My sweet spot are people, particularly in the New York, New Jersey, tri-state area that want to get out and do this, but also people, further towards the DC market as well. I mean, the trail goes right by there as well. So people that have the money and they don't have the time. That's my target audience, not just elderly. Could be, could be some young hotshot investment bankers, could be anybody in that 20 to 50, 60-year-old range. I don't want to limit myself to a certain age demographic. What I really want to do is focus on the people that have the money, see the value, and they want to pull the trigger and let me help them.
Okay. Can you do me a favor? Click on the shop button.
Yes, absolutely. So that has some of the.
So I noticed a couple of things.
Okay.
Look at getting a group together.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the graphic?
Getting a group. Oh yeah, that's missing. Yeah, there's a few things that need to be fixed on the website. Griff is aware of some of them, and we're actually due to have a conversation around that. So that's something that I will jot down. I know you're documenting it as well.
Yep, and I'll be able to supply you with this video afterwards.
All right. Yep. So shop group. Yep. So that obviously needs some work.
Yep.
Okay.
What's your goal from talking to me today, just so I have an idea of expectations?
Okay, so the goal from talking to you today is Griff has, I lost my page here. Griff has been talking to me for a little while about the fact that he doesn't love the way my profile is looking right now.
Right.
For what I'm up to at this point, okay? So I've got, that basic experience paragraph in there, and
right.
It's kind of my thing. He feels I've got a few too many other past jobs in there and other stuff in there. And so really it's a matter of tightening up the profile, making it more engaging. I mean, I am putting content on here. I'm out quite a bit hiking and biking and doing adventure things and posting. I mean, you'll see under articles and activity, I've got 3 posts in there from a pretty cool Lake George ultra hiking experience that I did about 3.5 weeks ago up in upstate New York. It was 36.5 miles, 12 peaks. The ultra version of it was under 24 hours, and I managed to knock that out without knocking me out. And so, I've got a lot of GoPro video that I've been posting and some other pictures and different things. So that's probably the other thing too, is I'm pretty universally right now posting all my content in more or less the same fashion across Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And I'm sure that there's some ways that I should be using LinkedIn a little bit differently. And, I've used LinkedIn in the past to try to grow my isogenics business. So I've got a lot of connections in different parts of the world where the company was launching, in Spain and Belgium, in Australia. We've been in Australia for a while, but bottom line is I haven't done shit with LinkedIn. Because the profile isn't quote unquote the way it should be. I've been the guy that thrown up my hands in that area and said, all right, I'll focus over here predominantly on LinkedIn, on Instagram and Facebook, and so like I've got quite a few connection requests at this point that I've completely ignored. I haven't, I've got a bunch of happy birthdays from July 27th, my birth date, that I haven't responded to. I've essentially, aside from posting content, I haven't really engaged with LinkedIn at all since a number of months before that.
Got it.
So, it's really a matter of kind of getting back in the saddle and making stuff happen. I've got a good deal. For a while I was on the paid LinkedIn because that gave me more access. And then I gave that up because it didn't make sense for me to spend that kind of dough. But you can see I've got almost 4,200 connections on LinkedIn. So it's not like I've been doing nothing over the years, but have I been effectively engaging with a lot of those folks? Not so much. Again, last summer of 18, I was making a very aggressive push with LinkedIn to connect with people and try to get on the phone with some of them and see how we could collaborate, quote unquote, around adventure, around isogenics on my end. And in many of their cases, they were in the outdoor space as well, either around the equipment side, around guiding, a lot of personal trainers. I found there's a lot of people in the fitness industry that had an interest in getting some of their people out hiking. And we were looking at different ways we could do partnerships there. But, again, that was kind of a half-assed approach. And so, it's time to tighten it up. I know LinkedIn's a powerful tool. David is
very powerful. Yeah.
Yeah, David has raved about, you being a guru in that. Hold on a sec. Here's Dave now on the phone.
Yeah.
Hey, you jumping on with me and Alan? Okay, so I guess not. No, that's fine. We thought you were going to be on with us, and it's okay. It's good. It's being recorded, and we're talking, and it's all good. We'll share the recording. You can watch it when you get a minute, and we'll go from there. Mm-hmm. Okay, perfect. All right, we're gonna jump on the backside of my website today. No, understood. I've got to leave here by 5:30 my time, 4:30 yours. Okay, so perfect. All right, good, beautiful. All right, brother. Catch you later. Thanks. Love you too, man. Bye. All right. So you only heard one half of that conversation, but basically, we've got this. They'll circle back, and we'll make it all happen.
Sure, no problem.
All right. So that gives you a little bit of a sense of where I'm at, and I welcome your thoughts and suggestions.
Sure, of course, no problem at all. So let's go back to your profile again.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing I would do is change your background banner.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the biggest problems I see people on LinkedIn is that their profiles are all feature-based. I'm an outdoor hiking adventure person, and this is what I do. But what's the benefit? So if you're contacting people on LinkedIn who are interested in these things, then I would create a profile that solves a problem for them. So if you love outdoor adventuring and hiking and you want some great experiences, I'm the guy who can put those together for you. I can design them for you, design your gear for you, design everything for you. So it really, and your profile really doesn't communicate that.
Got it. Okay. No. Well,
okay.
Absolutely, I agree.
Yeah. I also change the pic.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'll also change your headshot.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. That's definitely no longer valid, and the ski shot doesn't speak to what I'm doing in the hiking world.
Exactly.
Yep. Mhm.
and then change your professional job title from CEO to what it says right here to, you know, I'll create your ultimate outdoor adventure. Somebody you know, that line.
Mhm.
Or are you looking for the greatest outdoor adventure of your life? I'll help you create that kind of thing.
Mhm. I got you. Okay. Yep, I
Okay.
get it.
Also, your company page isn't properly formatted. Scroll down. So as you can see, if you look at the little graphic beside where it says CEO and your name,
Yeah.
it's gray.
Yeah.
So if you already have a company page on LinkedIn for this new company, it's not properly connected.
I don't believe I do.
Okay, so you want to create a new company page.
Mhm. I wasn't even aware they had those. When did that? I mean, has that always been a thing, even for little things?
Pardon me, say again?
The company pages have been around all along.
Yep.
Okay, I didn't even
So
know.
if you click on the me icon at the very top again, where your profile is,
Um,
I want to take control of your screen for a second so I can do this for you here, okay? Just say yes.
uh, approve.
Okay, great. So here and where is it? Or maybe it's here over here instead. Create company page right here. See it?
Okay. Yeah. Yep. Gotcha.
Okay, let's do it from here.
All right, which is interesting too, because I've got a Facebook business page that's also completely in need of an overhaul. So it would be a good opportunity to kind of handle both simultaneous. I mean, obviously they're different, LinkedIn and Facebook, but
Yep.
similar concept. Similar concept.
Similar concept, but you make sure you have someone doing this for you who knows LinkedIn really well.
Mhm.
Recommendations.
Yep.
This is from what, 2000 and what it says there?
2018. So that's
2018. Okay.
so that was a LinkedIn guy that I was working with that was specializing specifically in targeting isogenics people.
Right.
He developed a system around that.
Right. So that has nothing to do with your hiking or your adventure business, though, right?
Correct.
Do you have people on LinkedIn you're connected to who have bought stuff from you for the adventure outdoor thing yet?
No, but I could probably drum up some people I've guided, through Road Scholars and other, and get some informal stuff and get some recommendations.
Yeah, that's very important. All you do is go to their profile and
Right.
then,
Request a
yeah,
recommendation. Okay. All
more
right.
and request recommendation
Okay.
right
Got
here.
it. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And then, yeah, clean up a lot of this old stuff over here that has nothing to do with what you're doing now, unless it has something to do with what you're doing now, then get rid of it.
Well, all right. So that's where it gets a little tricky. I mean, at the end of the day, I still do have an isogenics business, and part of the strategy with this other guy was actually targeting people in the printing industry, because that's where I was for 25 years. So that's where I had this success coach thing around print, and transitioning from there into what I'm doing now. So yeah.
Yeah, can you give me 1 second there? Just 1 second, okay?
Yep. No
Yeah.
worries.
Anyways, so yeah, so you want to clean things up. Anything that
Mhm.
doesn't have to do directly with your business, I would either put to the bottom
Mhm.
or get rid of altogether.
Okay. So the days, in my case, since I'm not going after the printing industry anymore, all that crap from printing should be gone. Is that what we're
Yeah,
saying?
the whole marketing thing. If you target everybody, you'll get nobody at all.
Yep, I'm with you. So no, we got to tighten it up. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I mean a lot of stuff is old, really old, right?
Somewhat.
Ginsler Graphics,
Yeah, that's '07.
North Star Marketing Communications,
Yeah, yeah. Now we going.
Dow Industries,
Yeah, we're
Plymouth
going.
Printing.
Yeah, that's all toast. I got it. Okay, we'll make that all go away. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
all useful when I was targeting printers and they wanted to see
Yeah,
my.
and then you want to have someone write your profile for you from a benefit. So really go over things with you. and write your profile to show the benefits. So the things people want to know when they go to your profile on LinkedIn is, who are you? What do you do? What problem can you solve for me? And why should I use you as opposed to anybody else on LinkedIn doing the same thing you're doing?
Yeah. Okay. Mhm.
So yeah, I mean, all this stuff over here is great, as far as what you do, but you really don't, I really don't know what you do from your information here.
Right. Well, that about.
Outdoor guide, mountain professional, gear consultant. Okay.
Mhm.
So outdoor guide. Right. So there are 275,000 people on LinkedIn who also say outdoor guide on their profile.
All right, that doesn't narrow it down a lot, does it?
Yeah, exactly. So how do you differentiate yourself from these people? Why should I hire you as opposed to Sarah?
Mm-hmm.
Why should I hire you as opposed to Jim or Christy or Doug? Right? Why are you different?
Yep.
What can you do they don't do?
Right. Good question.
Also, who is your target market? Who are you trying to sell your stuff to?
Again, people that are wealthy, that have the
Yeah, but
money,
how
but
do you
don't have the time.
differentiate? How do you differentiate those people on LinkedIn who are
Right.
wealthy? You can't, right?
You're right. I
So
mean, then we'd have to start targeting whatever hedge fund managers versus, investment
yeah,
banks.
CEOs, right?
Right, right, right. Well,
So
that's
on
the
the
other one.
Sales Navigator membership,
Mhm.
you can. Oh, this too good. Put God D there by mistake. You can target by company size or company revenue. So if you want to target some high wealth individuals on LinkedIn, I would probably reactivate your Sales Navigator membership and start using that to be able to use the filters on there to allow you to target the right kind of people and get in front of the right kind of people. But also, there's got to be probably groups on LinkedIn also.
Right, right, right. Also the groups. Yep. Well, the other thing too is that the other idea, and Griff and I talked about this briefly, is potentially the idea of targeting sales teams within organizations.
For
Okay,
team building exercises.
exactly. Getting them out doing stuff, whether it's sales teams, whether it's management teams, whatever. Taking them out on an overnight adventure, team bonding kind of a thing.
For sure.
Perhaps in concert with their HR or some other type of team building coach that they have that doesn't have the outdoor experience. I don't know how to target those folks exactly, but maybe that's
Yeah.
HR, maybe that's sales management, VPs of sales.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
So I do know how to do that. So I designed a program that I have a website for. It's called Done For You. And it's a program that does all this stuff for you so you can concentrate on doing the things you need to do on your side, which is actually creating your program, selling, implementing, and delivering. So just a bug in the back of your mind here. Of having someone do the lead generation on LinkedIn for you, which includes like profile redesign, company page redesign, all the different things.
I'm a very small budget guy at the moment, so I don't know what all
That's
that's.
fine. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just saying to put
No,
that bug in your ear.
no, I like the idea. I just don't know if it's something that's affordable, but we can certainly
Yep,
explore that.
no problem. I'm always working with David to figure things out.
Okay, got it. That's very cool.
So yeah, here are groups you should join. There's one group that has 71,000 people in it.
Gotcha.
So yeah, those are the things you should do. Once again, I'll do the video here and I'll give it to you afterwards.
Okay, great. All right. Any other parting thoughts?
You know, just posting content on LinkedIn. I also would change, where is your, so I would change these into videos, not graphics.
Mm-hmm.
So where it says gear it up,
Yeah.
well, what does that mean? Shoot
Right.
a video of yourself talking about what a gear up means exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Same for the rest of these here. Create
Yep.
little graphics and or videos, and either stick them on YouTube and display them here or whatever.
Yep. Yep.
That
No, that's
explains people, you know, rather than just reading text. What are you really talking about?
got
Much
it.
more compelling than reading the stuff over here.
Yep. Would agree. Yep. And that's perfect because David and I are in the process of swinging some of the editorial control of this site over to me so I can start. I mean, I'm generating content like crazy. I have no problem shooting videos. It's just a
Yep.
matter of having the ability to update the site and get the right stuff in there. So,
Yep.
perfect. Okay. Very
And then
good.
lastly is affiliate marketing. So I assume this website's WordPress.
I the whole site, I don't know that it is. It might be. I know that parts of it are. I mean, David's people
Well, you know,
must.
either the whole thing's WordPress or it's not.
Honestly, I don't know the answer to the question.
Yeah. So let's just see here. View page source. Here we are. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's whole thing's WordPress. Yeah, WP. Yeah. So anytime you see WP anywhere at all, and the whole code of the site here is WordPress. So one of the things I've done recently is I've gone to take this course here. So I work with this guy here, Jay Fazette, and
Mm-hmm.
I just came from a 3-day intensive course on the power and thing of joint venturing.
Yep.
And so for you, having a joint venture army of people who will refer people to you
Mm-hmm.
is something I will also scale out and build on the website, which I'm doing for my site right now.
I see. Okay. Yeah, that I totally get because I've connected with a ton of people in this adventure space already. So yeah, that's just a matter of plugging into that in a bigger, more in a productive way.
Exactly, but doing it correctly also.
Correct. Yeah, yeah.
And that you can, because a lot of what you do is an information site, you can do this easily and give people some good commissions on the sales.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Got it.
And then once again, create a referral army who will refer people to your site and refer people to you. And that can be done through LinkedIn also.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you can talk to all these people on LinkedIn and all these groups and things.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
And, you know, joint venture with these people here.
Yep.
Where is it? Venture here. So these people over here would be your referral army you could to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
People who don't do exactly the same thing you do, but have the same target market.
Right. Right. So we're at that point. We're not competing. We're
Joint venturing.
Yep.
Anyway, sir, I got to go here. I have another call coming up.
No problem. Alan, thank
I hope
you.
this has been valuable for you.
Yeah. No, it's been very helpful. I appreciate it. I'll look for your link, and I'm sure we'll be in touch soon once Griff and I have a chance to.
Yeah, and read the information here on the website. Okay?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Have a good day.